Even she asked.
We're not doing live tonight.
Oh, we not? Oh, I done already.
He already hit
don't
live.
worry about it. Well, we
hit live. We already in this
thing. What?
Stop it.
What? Oh.
That's just Harold in the background getting
cussed out.
Jump on the nightstand.
He about to lose a whole bunch of arguments tonight.
You want to move my official set in here, please?
Will in that Wish background.
So the world can see.
Hey, I swear to God, if you will it in and it fall over, I'm leaving. I am bouncing. I am done for the night. I am done. Let me hear it. Let me hear that little soft background tricycle.
Anywho, welcome everyone to yet another week of R.U.S.T, Real Uncut Sports Talk. So, got numerous things to talk about. First of all, the fight that happened over the weekend, Canelo, he's pound for pound the greatest right now. I'm calling it. That's what I would say. I know a lot of people will say Mr. Crawford, but I'm going to say Canelo. To me, in my opinion, I thought it was a good fight, but
I'm not going to say Canelo or Crawford.
So what?
I'm not going to say Canelo or Crawford.
Well, I'm still say Roy Jones.
Is that when he's lying down on his back or whenever he's upright?
It doesn't even matter. That's all I want. That's on the boxing I want to talk about. Roy Jones in his prime. That's all I care about.
Until somebody beat Earl Spence, that's who it is for me. But anyway, I did watch that fight, and yeah, after about round 3, it was one-sided. He broke his eye socket actually.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, he hit him with an uppercut and broke his eye socket.
Yeah. He what was crazy, he was landing some shots. But they were pitter-patter shots. They weren't anything worth I never seen Canelo hurt. I mean, but he landed some shots, but then the power just took over and boom. I mean, he was rocking them. The thing about it was he kept like hand gesturing and looked like he was talking junk. Like it didn't faze me or whatever. But usually when boxers do that, that's when they hurt. You know, when they start doing all that.
That's what Adam Silver used to do in the UFC. He used to start talking, he got knocked out. Yep. I remember that.
Yeah. You know, that's what they do. So, you know. But anyway, I thought it was a good fight. I don't know who would be next for Canelo. I have no idea.
He fights in dancing, so I don't think he's going to be able to do anything until his dancing contract is up.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I mean, that's why I stopped watching boxing. It's just like, come on now. Let me see number 1 fight number 2.
Yeah, I agree.
And if number 2 beat number 1, I need a rematch.
Yeah.
So I heard, and again, it's a rumor, but I heard they're trying to lure Mayweather so he could fight him again for a second time, which if you watch the first fight, Mayweather just schooled him. The only thing I think Canelo's hoping is for payday, and then number 2, hoping that Father Tom probably caught up with Floyd Mayweather. I doubt that.
If you've seen them pictures of him lately, somebody caught up with him. You cannot tell me he don't look like that uncle that is not allowed at the barbecue. You cannot tell me.
What is going on with Mayweather's barber?
Look, man, I understand you're a billionaire.
Well, I can't say nothing because
I understand. No, but you ain't a billionaire. You can have a personal barber fly around with you at all times. If these models can walk around and have their little makeup artists just come to them, you can line that dude up. At least put a skull cap on him or something.
I mean, he is looking rough right now, man. I'm like, yo, the beard, I'm like, yo, man, what is going on?
And see, that's one of the few times when your beard connect, it don't look right. That's just one of the few times.
He had the Anthony Hamilton look going on. You see Anthony Hamilton, he got the the craters and stuff.
We ain't gotta look at that. We look at Aaron and see that.
Hey, man.
Look, man, look. This is look. It connects all
it
of
don't,
it. All of it.
Mine don't do that. It is what it's. That's okay.
So,
my wife still love me.
That's the thing. It don't matter if other people like you.
Has said Floyd Mayweather looks like Caesar. You know, I didn't want to compare my man to an ape. Man.
Hey man, I swear to God, the next time Mayweather fight, if he scream out Harambe, I'm getting back into boxing. I'm gonna get back into boxing just for that one. That's it. I just want to see it.
So, and you know,
look,
that's
man, we're supposed to be acting right tonight.
Yeah,
that's a perfect segue into talking about.
Lisa say he looked like the new Caesar.
Mayweather got punked. Mayweather got punked. There's a reason why we can talk about this. At first, I thought it was kind of a stunt, but I don't think so much now because he banned Paul from ringside now. He's no longer allowed to sit at the fight
because he took his hat.
Yeah, because he disrespected him. Which I thought
that was funny though.
I thought that was hilarious.
That was funny.
Could have been there because he tried to do more than ban me because I disrespect him as much as I can.
I thought that was hilarious. You know what? And this is what I'll say. If they're trying to strategy to get in Floyd's head, I think it worked. Because for you just to do something minute like take someone's hat. And to me, it was
that wasn't minute. He had one done. That's why he got mad. That's what it was.
That wasn't minute at all.
You know what
nobody rip your hat off. You can't let nobody rip your hat off in public.
Nah, what it is you know how you got the girls out there that fight. You got the ones that take their wigs off, and you got the ones that get their wigs snatched. He's the latter. He's that latter. He's not the one that's gonna take it off. He's the one gonna try to fight and keep it on. He wasn't ready.
He did a prank, basically a prank move that ended up making him look stupid. He's like, I took your hat, and then left. And then I think somehow either the bodyguard or Floyd landed a punch on dude because he had a black eye coming into it.
Well, first of all, it couldn't have been Floyd because he don't throw punches.
It was his bodyguard. It was definitely his bodyguard. They said that. He got on an interview and said that it was definitely his bodyguard.
Floyd 5 feet tall. He can't hit nobody outside that reach.
Except T.I.
And then even T.I. got in a couple shots on him.
Yeah, I think T.I. won that encounter.
First of all, T.I. busts his ass, dude. Don't think it did. T.I. came. Hey, did you see the IG T.I. did when he said, look, I got scratches and bruises on my knuckles because I hit him and I ain't no boxer. He a street fighter. You can't box a street fighter, dude. That's how you get your ass whooped.
No.
Yeah.
And we from the A. We don't play them goddamn games in the street. We don't.
Man, yeah. That's why I have no problems if Floyd loses fight because I don't like him. I
got a problem. I'm gonna be in Floyd's corner just because I don't like this racist motherfucker that's in there. I want Floyd to be that, but I want Floyd to fight. I don't want to dance, dancing with the stars. I want you to say, you know what, fuck this, knuckle up and let's go.
Wait, you think Logan Paul's racist?
Fuck that bitch.
I don't think he's racist.
Fuck that bitch.
I don't think Logan Paul is racist. I don't think so.
Fuck him.
I mean, the interview he did with Mike Tyson, and if you haven't had a chance to see it, I thought it was pretty good. So he was saying, Mike was like, he was like, hey, if I land one good punch. So you see what Logan's trying to do. He's trying to say, hey, look, I'm gonna land one good punch. And Mike said, that's not gonna happen. He may let you land some just to keep the fight interesting, but you're not gonna land, one good punch. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. It seems like he's bigger than Floyd. I mean,
taller.
Okay.
Yeah, he's taller. I mean,
who's not bigger than Floyd?
That's what I'm saying. That's the only advantage that I can think. That's the only advantage. I'm trying to think.
Tiny not bigger than Floyd.
I'm still gonna watch the fight. I think it's gonna be entertaining.
Is it free?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be free for me.
It's always free for you, knucklehead.
There are ways to get it for free.
I got a question since y'all know about this boxing, since this y'all thing. What's this I hear about Ocho Cinco backing out a fight?
Did he back out?
He backed out with Pac-Man.
Oh well, he knew better. Who
Wait a minute.
Adam Jones. Adam Jones and Ocho Cinco. Yep.
Wait a minute. Chad Ocho Cinco was the
Let me tell you,
like Manny Pacquiao.
No. Adam Jones, Cincinnati Bengals.
Pac-Man.
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 Wait a minute.
Everybody welcome AC to the podcast. He finally made it. I know that Houston traffic is shitty when it's raining.
AC, I got something to set you off later, homeboy. Don't say nothing right now.
Oh yeah, we got something good for you, AC. We got something real good for you. We got something that you gonna like, AC.
Yep, you gonna love it.
I'm just starting out by recapping last week. Fuck Tim Tebow.
Let's get to it. So, Tim Tebow has been signed.
Wait a minute, we're not done with this. God damn, you just want to do it.
Wait,
because hold on, because
wait.
Breaking news.
Hold on.
Breaking news.
Stop it. Shut up and listen.
Stop it. We try to figure out why Ocho said he didn't want to fight Pac-Man.
Okay.
I don't want to fight Pac-Man. Nobody on the football field want to fight Adam Jones.
That's because Pac-Man from the, well, I can't say
streets.
that word.
He's from the
so we're going to say
streets.
he's from the street. Yeah, we know
he's from the streets.
You can tell how to think about him getting fights in the airport. He was fighting big ass security agents.
I remember when he was playing it. I remember when he was playing in Dallas. Most people go to the fair with security.
They don't need all that.
Pac-Man at the fair by himself, like run up if you want to.
And I guarantee you, nobody ran up on him.
Run up if you want to.
I guarantee nobody ran up on him.
Oh, y'all talking about Pac-Man? You play for the Titans?
Yeah,
you play for the Bengals. No, I'm talking about Pac-Man. The Bengals.
We talk about the Bengals, the Cowboys. Bengals Pac-Man.
Hold on,
not the Titans Pac-Man.
Let me chime
Bengals
in.
Pac-Man. He averages $50,000 a year in fine. Pac-Man.
let me chime in with no preparation here on that dude right there. Let me say something about this cat. I remember when he did an ESPN interview. Might have been E60. Can't remember.
Yes,
but the cat. Well, like when they asked me, like, man, if you had a choice between your team and your posse, I'm loosely translating here, which one you pick?
Know.
And that Negro said his friends, which was no surprise to nobody watching. I like, you know what? I can tell you right now, he ain't gonna be shit. I'm like, hey, he a straight dude, and he gonna fuck it all up like so many others before him.
And he played a long time with that mindset.
Some kind of way, but his mindset for playing is inexplicable. Just like Marvin Lewis staying in Cincinnati all them years and they win a playoff game.
Well, 20 years.
That's not really Marvin Lewis' fault though.
Which part?
That's staying there for 20 years.
That whole team was trash.
That's not really his fault. That's not because I mean they never and I feel like Marvin Lewis went to upper management. We're gonna say upper management. I feel like Marvin Lewis went to upper management and said, we need an offensive line.
But that's the only Negro that kept a job that long. I ain't know the Negro in life. And I've been in this world 45 years. I ain't the Negro in life that kept a job with that much failure.
Never won.
That never won. And
how many winning seasons? How many winning seasons did he have?
No, he had winning seasons. They just never won.
Not in 20 years. He didn't have
consecutive. Yeah, he might have had 5 winning seasons in 20 years.
And
that
no playoff wins.
A legend. That Negro is
how many winning seasons did?
Hey, find out how many he had.
Black folk keeping a job that long in sports is look. He a myth. He don't even exist.
My question still hasn't been answered. What in Chad Johnson's right mind made him want to fight Adam Jones?
You answered your own question right there. You assuming he in his right mind. He played football.
He didn't take a lot of hits. That he don't have CTE. I don't want to hear that.
Well, you know,
Marvin
he had one of their wife that time. That might have did him in.
If he got hit in the streets, he would have had most sense.
Marvin Lewis is 131 and 129 for a career.
Wow.
What? Say that again.
Wow.
131, 129 and 3.
Okay.
That's the 2 game over 500. Really?
And he kept a job.
And he kept a job for 40 years.
That Negro mythical like the Tooth Fairy. Man, Denny Green couldn't keep a job like that. They let him go.
And he had winning season.
Yeah, winning season. The man
Tony
just
Dungy.
got the Super Bowl.
Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy.
Yeah, ran out of Tampa Bay with a winning team. Get the fuck out of here, Tony. Marvin Lewis, look, 51 and 49, whatever the hell it's. I don't do math. my man was a perennial third place guy.
Hey, Aaron, can we do it? I think he hyped now. Can we do it?
Yeah.
I think we can do it. We're gonna do it. Who want to do it? Who want to do it? You want me to do it?
Go ahead.
Do it.
Hey Moses.
Yeah.
I want you to get real close. I want you to listen. Your favorite collegiate and NFL player, Tim Tebow, has signed a deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars to play tight end. What is your thoughts on that?
Let me go back to my original comment when I logged on. Now for the 5 people that might have been listening when I showed up, I had no idea when Harold said that shit in the beginning. I was like, is that breaking news? Cause I ain't heard none of this.
It was like at 2:00 this afternoon.
Hey, I've been working all day. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing, no alerts about nothing.
He signed a 1-year deal to play tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So again,
hold on. Before you get rolling,
let me roll my sleeves up and shit.
Before you get rolling,
I'm ready.
I just want to say, even though the NFL paid Kaepernick $100 million, if you're gonna give Tim Tebow a shot, you could have given him a shot.
I mean,
Kaepernick don't want a shot.
Hold on, look at him, man. Now I said it last show how I felt about this shit, and I told y'all if Tebow got a contract, somebody white ass got to come on TV and explain some other kind of way besides Kaepernick being black and having the nerve to kneel, and why he ain't getting out now realistic tryout to come back and play. Tim Tebow, he been out of he been out of football with 5-6 years
since 2016 or 15.
So we're gonna say 6 years. Dang, he that bad? That bad that he dropped out?
I keep telling you.
It's that anger infinity stone, man.
No, it's not. It's that static from that half row.
Hey, let me get this shit right.
Don't do that. You're gonna start popping. You're gonna blow a transformer.
Hey, it might. I got something to say. So again, look, Tim Tebow ain't threw a good pass at that Denver game when they beat my Steelers. He been out the league.
That was his only good pass in his career.
Pretty much. Here's a dude that was a mediocre, sub-mediocre quarterback. Ain't did shit in his NFL career. Yet he been out the game 6 years. He can come back, sign a 1-year contract to be a tight end with his damn NFL daddy down there in Jacksonville. But
NFL daddy.
That was his collegiate daddy too.
Collegiate daddy. Oh, collegiate daddy. NFL, it is what it is. But Kaepernick, all these people talked all this shit about Kaepernick. Oh, he's been out the league 5 or 6 years. Whatever year came around.
An NFC champion, Super Bowl participant quarterback.
Super Bowl participant. Everything you just said, Tony. This guy, high caliber guy. His resume speaks for itself as far as his accomplishment. Tim Tebow threw 20 passes in his whole goddamn NFL career. Yet, he come back and sign a damn contract. Nobody said shit. But every year after Kaepernick left the league or got put out the league, however you want to look at it, every critic always said, blackball is correct. Always, he's been out the league 2 years. He's been out the league 3 years. He's been out the league 4 years. All those bullshit excuses for Kaepernick. But I don't hear a rat pissing on cotton about Tim Tebow. I wonder what the difference could be. I don't know, fella.
Because he a good Catholic boy.
Good Catholic.
So I'm gonna ask a question.
Who also kneeled in the end zone, by the way.
I'm gonna ask the question.
Really feel like being a good Catholic boy. We all know what the Catholic Church do.
We do. To the boys.
Go ahead, Harold.
So I'm gonna ask the question. So
who you asking it to? Just in general?
Everyone. I think that, don't get me wrong, and I agree with everything you guys are saying. But I mean, if there was any other coach, but this is clearly an Urban Meyer thing.
Of course.
I mean, this is what it is. I don't think any other NFL head coach is thinking about what Urban Meyer's thinking at this point. I mean, Urban knows Tim. That's what it basically comes down to. It's not right at all. I mean, I hope he gets knocked on his ass, to be honest with you.
What you mean, hope? You don't think these linebackers? You don't think these linebackers are just salivating?
They finna bang Tebow finna get banged up.
Hey, let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's see what you will about Tebow. That he's a tough dude.
I don't care how tough he is. He finna get banged up. He finna get banged up when he crossed that middle.
Hey, let's go back and examine this Tim Tebow phenomenon. Because me being an SEC guy, him being a Florida guy, my Bulldogs had to see him quite a bit.
Yeah.
While he was in college, he was running motherfuckers over, dropping his shoulder, doing what we wanted to.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
And you know what happened? He went to the NFL, and my first thought process, that shit ain't gonna work with them NFL linebackers, homeboy. That's not gonna work. No. So you know what happened? That first game, he dropped his shoulder. He caught that linebacker right. Linebacker fell. That next play,
I remember that.
That next play, he tried to come in that hole. That linebacker wrapped his ass up and twisted him like a pretzel. Tebow stopped doing that.
Yeah, he did.
That's him. Now, look, that's him being a quarterback and being protected as a quarterback. Now you're a tight end and you about to come across the middle, and now you got a hard-hitting safety coming at you.
Yeah.
And you got a blitz. Bruh,
we're assuming he's going to make the team. Y'all think he's actually going to make the roster?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll make the right.
Y'all just said it's an Urban Meyer thing.
It's an Urban Meyer thing.
You think he's not gonna make the roster?
He gonna make the squad.
This is a talk.
His contract is fully guaranteed, dude. Yeah. He's gonna make the squad.
No, look, I agree. I'm looking at it not from an Urban Meyer glass. I'm talking about purely skill.
He has no skills.
I agree.
Well, he probably 10 years ago, if he had came to the NFL and said, I'm gonna play tight end. He probably would have been. He probably would have been an okay tight end.
They told him to convert. They said
but now
you know what's going to happen?
He's gonna be on the field running like what's his name from the Cowboys?
He'll be running like
retired.
Witten.
Yeah, he's gonna be out there running like Witten. And hey, don't get me wrong, I'm a Witten fan. I love Jason Witten, but
knock the hell.
He ain't tough as Witten. He's not tough as Witten.
He's not tough as Witten.
Because Witten had guts.
Let me tell you something. Y'all remember when my Falcons played y'all Cowboys and that motherfucker had 2 sprained ankles and a blown out knee and a lacerated spleen, and he still had 100 yards? Dude, he got popped because he came across middle. He caught the ball. Keanu popped his ass. He dropped it and laid there. I was like, oh, he did. He got up, walked off the field, and came back in 2 plays later and caught 15 yards. I'm like, what the? This is not a man.
I mean, when the man played the Eagles and he got his helmet knocked off, and this dude running and then tried to lower his shoulder with his helmet off.
Like, he did, yeah. But the fact they whistled the play dead when he tried
and
to
he kept
that.
going. And he kept going.
Yeah.
At least he just made the point that I was going to make about it. They need them fans and them Catholicism followers to follow Tebow.
Oh, well.
But I got to dig.
Ain't nobody in Duval going to church.
I got to dig. I got to dig into the blackness of this problem, though, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to touch it a little bit. I mean, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm under no delusions and no pretenses of how the big leagues operate when it comes to our black asses. We know how the game goes. Some people want to believe what they want to believe, and they believe in the goodness of sports and
there you go again. He just showed it out the system.
You had a stroke.
All right, but hey, this is what happened when you got AOL dial-up. So while we waiting on him, I'm gonna make my last point on this, and I'm gonna put this image in y'all mind. Y'all remember when Reggie Bush came across the middle? Oh, he back.
He back.
No,
wait. Come on, speak and spell.
Can you hear me?
You froze up on us. You froze up on us.
We didn't hear shit you said.
Roger Goodell got me, man. All I'm saying is this right here, man.
That's Bill Belichick.
And when it come down to the black and white of it all, people would have been Tim Johnson, his ass wouldn't have got no second shot at this thing. We know what it is. He old as shit. Ain't he like 30 something now?
He's 33. First of all, you don't
yeah.
disrespect us old people by saying old as shit, and he only 33.
I'm talking about him. He old for
Okay.
NFL
For NFL
semi-retired as, you know.
All right, I'm old just for
your career
oldness,
almost
man,
over with. You know what I'm saying? He on the back end of his window. If he'd have been Tyrone Johnson, his ass wouldn't have got no chance. But it's
Tyrone Tebow.
First of all, they'd call him Ty because it ain't sound so black.
Oh man!
And I'm gonna keep saying this shit. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again until black folk, especially NFL, or these athletes, NFL, because at least the NBA pretend like they give a shit. Till these black NFL players start standing up for something, and you know, I'm just saying they're gonna keep doing the same old shit. The NFL been bullshitting us the whole time since Kaepernick out of here. Oh, you know, we care about black lives. I don't give a shit about black lives, man. You don't care. Signing with Jay-Z to do entertainment was bullshit. The NFL don't give a fuck about us, and I think it's that book, something about a $40 million slave. I gotta pick up, but it is what it is, man. And Tim Tebow is really spitting in black folk face, and the NFL, especially black NFL players, it's spitting in our face,
and
man.
I agree.
Because
I agree with that 100%.
Every excuse you made why Kaepernick couldn't come back and play or shouldn't be allowed to play, you done let Urban Meyer, who ain't got no experience, head coach in NFL, shit, he can come in and make his own rules, sign his own dude. Ain't nobody saying shit about that. We okay with that? Come on,
They
man.
are. They okay.
And that's
they
my
okay
point.
with it.
So don't come saying to me, talking about we shall overcome that bullshit. We see what it is. It's right in your face. If you pretend like you don't see it if you want to, it's right there. But you know what? I'm just angry.
This is what I see happening, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna make AC smile. Tim Tebow is Reggie Bush, and you're gonna have just your random Lito Shepherd come around that corner one time on, and that's gonna be it.
I will be there clapping in front of the TV like this. I'm waiting on it. I'm telling you now, ain't no bounty or nothing. I hope somebody knock his ass out the frame and they put it in slow motion. I'm here
just
for
because you big. I tell people, just because you big in college, you ain't big in NFL. You
everybody big in NFL.
The college program is bullshit.
They
anyway.
big and fast. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, you fast in college, but you big and fast in NFL.
But
you gotta put weight on.
It's the best of the best in NFL.
That's why everybody was looking.
Go ahead, Tony.
That's why everybody was looking at Devontae Smith and his little paper thin ass, looking like he could sleep in a goddamn straw. One good hit.
He talking about the receiver
for the Eagles. For the Eagles.
Yeah, he gonna have to put on. He gotta talk about some weak football players, not weightlifters. Nah,
bro, that's not how that works.
You need to be a weightlifter. You need to be a weightlifter.
You need to put on muscle. Listen to a guy who played receiver. You gotta bulk up a little bit. You might lose some speed, but bro, you can hit one good time, you gonna cry.
But
I am curious to see what his 40 time is.
Who? Devontae Smith?
Mike Vick run faster than Tim Tebow. Mike Vick run faster than Tim Tebow.
That's already
right now. Yeah, he just ran a 4.7, right? Yeah,
at 40.
Right.
That's already been proven.
I'm so mad Mike Vick didn't have more of a career.
I'm mad that he fucked his own shit.
Me too.
Look, he was here. I was pulling for him until he just.
The Blake say, man, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. He say,
nah, what started the downfall of Vic is when he started all that fucking fumbling that he was doing. Instead of learning how to throw the ball away, he run and fumble, and then we booed his ass here, and he shot the fans at birds. That was it. Yeah. Oh, they was done with that.
Yeah,
even the black folks like, hold on.
But I mean, that's what happened with Cam. That's what happened with Cam Newton too. That's why Cam Newton's career is where his is. You didn't learn how to throw the ball.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what got me about Vic though, man, is man, Arthur Blank, rich as hell, pushing your black ass around the side of the field in the wheelchair. The owner pushing
That's
you
why
in the wheelchair.
I keep telling people, I said, you don't understand. Blank had Vic's back 100%. He was like, dude, just tell me the truth. I don't care if you did it or not. Just tell me the truth and we'll deal with it. You don't think Blank would have went into his pocket and got his best lawyers? Vic would have did time served if you'd listen to Blank. If he would have did Tom Sawyer, he'd have still been here.
You listen to them long t-shirt wearing that Negroes that were fighting them dogs,
Right.
and your ass went to jail. You know,
Dumbasses.
you can't listen to your posse, man. Posse ain't, I'll leave motherfuckers around.
No, not in that situation. You
That's
can't
why I
get
keep
to it in
telling
that
you,
situation.
That's
why you-
Go ahead, Tony.
That's what we was talking when we was looking at the draft, and you could tell them people, you need to leave him behind. You need to leave him behind. She don't need to come with you.
Nope.
You got to pick people out of your crew. Hey, you know what? We came up together,
That's
but
it.
this journey is mine.
Mhm.
Everybody ain't decided.
This is my journey.
Go with you, man.
Everybody
Hey,
ain't for you. They for what you can give them.
Yeah.
That's what they for.
Long t-shirt
So-
and ball cap.
So moving on to the next topic. So NBA season is coming close to playoff time and the race for MVP.
I think it's 6
So-
games left.
Yes. So just curious to see, who is who is everyone's. Well, first of all, before we get to the MVP race, how do y'all think this is going to end with the Lakers right now?
Fuck them Lakers.
I see. I knew you were going to say that, and
But see, this is what I've never been a Lakers fan.
I
This
feel
ain't
like
just about LeBron.
I feel like
This just-
you can't say it like that. And Vanessa's not here. That's Vanessa's team.
fuck them
I
Lakers.
mean, they're part of the play-in tournament versus Golden State.
Can I ask you
I
a question
think
about
they
that?
very well. I mean, Golden
Thank you,
State is
Lisa.
going on a bit of a tear right now.
Can
I
I
think.
Can I ask a question about that play in?
Yeah.
Didn't LeBron pull for this play in? At
No,
one
he
point?
hated it.
No,
Now he hates it.
He hates
He
it
hated
now. He was okay with it at first, but he hates
Right,
it.
that's what I'm saying. He was
Yeah.
okay with it at first, but now he like, what is
Now
this?
you in the play in. Now you mad.
Look, you
Which
know
I
what,
thought it was done from the beginning, but
Yeah, it's got this ain't the fucking NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying?
This is 16 versus 15. That's
To
what
me,
this is.
this reminds me of affirmative action. this
I can't argue.
is what this reminds me of.
I almost want to be muted just because he was right.
Look, mute me. I'm gonna take the L, man. Mute me to hell. I can't argue with
Harold ain't never right. I feel like he been muted so much, he doesn't even mute everybody.
I gotta walk outside, look both ways before I cross the street. Some ain't right. Yeah, we out. That's all you have. I'm still
here. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are nuts.
I'm saying when you do something right, you get rewarded. I know it's rare for you.
I wasn't even ready. I wasn't ready for Harold being right.
That's what I'm saying. I started sweating.
So if you take a look at the tournament as of right now, the playing teams in the West are Memphis and San Antonio. The Lakers versus Golden State, which I think that's the most interesting out of all of them. I think Washington and Indiana out the East, and Boston and Charlotte out the East too as well. So I think the Boston Charlotte game is going to be pretty good, and of course the Lakers
Charlotte
Golden State.
On that one.
I am taking Charlotte over the Celtics.
I'm gonna take Charlotte over there, yeah.
And Lakers, if it's Lakers and Golden State, I'm taking Golden State.
Oh yeah,
State is
okay. It's just one game, right?
It's just
one game, right?
One game.
Oh yeah, you got to give me your best. Yeah, I'm gonna take Golden State on that one.
Yeah,
And who was the other one? Memphis and who?
Memphis and San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio is who I like.
I guess I can rep for Texas on that one.
Oh, Buster, let's go home.
Then I like Washington over the Pacers. I do like the Wizards over the Pacers.
Oh yeah,
as far as the playing game.
Yeah.
So and then so check this out, right? So if you look at how everything is, it's almost like this. It's almost like the Lakers stand a better chance which it won't happen because their record is just that good right now. But it's almost like they stand a better chance of losing some games to get to the 9th or the 10th seed. And then therefore, whenever they come in, they will only have to play Utah, which I think they stand a better chance beating a Utah squad than a Golden State squad. That's how I'm looking at it.
Don't give LeBron any ideas. He already trying to find new ways to flop. Don't give him new ideas on how to throw games now.
This nigga gonna flop the whole team.
But hey, guys, you know what though? Here, I know what we've been saying at the beginning of the year as far as the NBA, but looking at this tournament, this may be a good playoffs. If you look at the seeds, if you look at the Eastern Conference, all right, you got Philly. Let's just say if Philly happens to, meet up with Washington, I think that'd be a good series. The
Brooklyn
Knicks
gonna
versus
fold, Brooklyn gonna fold.
Atlanta.
That's
I
right.
think that would be
Atlanta
a
gonna take
great
that one.
series.
Atlanta
I
gonna
cannot
take that one.
believe Atlanta's in the playoffs. I just
Why
want
not?
to say that.
Why not? It happens.
Because,
It happens.
Yeah.
We got Trae Young. Anything happened with Trae Young.
Yeah.
Look, Atlanta ain't been bad.
Nah, it's crazy because they have since they let go that coach, they have actually been playing better.
They just ain't getting the credit.
Once he left the building, we started winning. It was like, all right.
I'll tell you another series that very well could be entertaining. Even though I know Brooklyn will beat them, but if it's Brooklyn versus Charlotte, I think that has the potential, to be a decent series. Probably it may go 4-5 games. It may go 5 or 6, but I think it'll be interesting.
I feel like
Brooklyn will sweep them?
I feel like Charlotte can take them 7
don't get
games.
swept.
I feel like Charlotte can take them. If Charlotte doesn't win the series, I feel like Charlotte can take them 7 games.
Charlotte in 6.
Yeah,
I can agree over Brooklyn in 6.
I can agree with that.
I said what I said.
Hey,
I said what I said.
If Brooklyn ain't full strength, they can get beat.
I don't care if they are. It's whoever James Harden guarding, that's who's dropping 60.
Yeah,
this is true because he ain't got a lick of defense.
He don't play defense. So
no. I'm gonna tell you another interesting series, and I'm looking at it right now. Is
Houston and Detroit.
Shut up, Tony.
Well, I was about to say it's the Clippers in Portland. I think that'll be
that's gonna be a good one.
Series.
That's gonna be a good one.
I still take the Clippers on that one.
I don't know.
I'm going with Dame Dollar.
Yeah,
I might go with Dame on that.
Dame need to get out of Portland.
Hey man, playoff Dame is like a beast, dude. I mean, he already a beast in the regular season, but in the playoffs, man, Dame go to another level. He needs to come to Atlanta.
This has the potential, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you look at the West, I'm definitely not sold on the Lakers. You could definitely have a Portland team if everything falls in the right place. A Portland team that comes out the representative of the Western Conference.
Look, don't sleep on Dallas.
Fall their way.
Don't sleep on
Dallas.
Dallas.
I'm not sleeping on Dallas. I'm just. I think Portland's more. I think Portland, like Golden State, is the team that no one wants to face. You always have one of those teams that really no one wants to play. And
no one want to face Luka. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to see Luka in Dallas.
Because I'm gonna tell you. See, at the beginning of the season. We were still dealing with the whole COVID thing. So at the beginning of the season, Dallas didn't have all their players. So they're playing with 6 or 7 guys, and then you got KP who just for the life of me can't not be injured. And you know what I'm saying? So I mean, but with KP, I feel like, and that's the same thing what we was talking about with Devontae Smith. I feel like if KP puts on about 20 pounds, if he just says, let me put on 20 pounds, just 20 pounds of muscles, a lot of his injuries will go away. Because I've seen him in person, and he looks weird. I'm not going to say I don't really want to say a person should be overweight, but to be that tall, it just looks weird to me to be that tall and be that skinny. But that Dallas has everybody, and everybody is back with Dallas. I mean, they could very well come out of the West and represent the West as well.
Hey man, it's like 4 or 5 solid squads in the West.
KP is the new Mr. Glass.
I'm gonna throw in another wild card. It's like 6 games left. So the interesting race that I'm looking at right now is the fight for the number 10 seed for one of those play-in spots between San Antonio and New Orleans. I think that'd be very, very interesting too as well. Zoe finally gets a chance, to see what they can do in playoff basketball along with one of the Ball brothers. So this is turning out to be a very, very interesting season. Out the East is pretty much wrapped up. But that's very intriguing. I guess
in the finals.
The question I have is, does Philly finally get over the hump and make it to the finals?
No, they got to get past Atlanta.
You got to get past everybody.
I wasn't thinking of Atlanta as a team.
They got to get past everybody.
Man, get rid of
they got to get past.
Get rid of Embiid, man.
Oh,
you know what though,
man?
No, I'm saying it. I'm saying it out loud.
Really?
Inside my head.
Why you don't like?
Why
you don't
like 30,
man?
He averaging 30 points a game, dude.
Okay,
how
hold on.
In the playoffs.
Hold on though. Other than his 3-point shooting, because I hate the fact that you 7'2" and that big of a person, muscle wise, and you want to shoot the fucking three.
Yeah,
but
that's how we felt about our dumbass over here. We had.
But why do you hate?
Damn name?
Why do you hate Embiid, AC?
Hey, man,
why?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think Embiid got heart. Well, damn, somebody else agreed apparently.
I'm sorry, man. It's a sound effect going on with my wife right now.
That's not a sound effect. We need to know where the lotion at.
Yeah. Wherever the money resides.
Because that's a lot of noise coming back down there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's Jared. What's up, Jared?
Jared is saying that maybe the Bucks' year to sneak out the East. I do not think so.
Hey, Embiid is an uglier James Harden. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm gonna say right there. I mean, I just don't believe Embiid ain't got that heart. I mean, I think he's a good regular season player, and he says the right stuff sometimes. But I just don't think he got what it takes to get all the way down, man. I don't feel it.
You know what? And this right here is a good segue. This is a good segue into the next segment we need to move on to, because we can talk about this all night. MVP considerations.
You know what?
Because right now on my list, Embiid is my number 2.
I think Embiid is my number 1. I'd say he's number
Michael
1.
Jordan.
Well, I got him behind Giannis. I can't say Atukoputo. I don't know that name like that.
So all right. When y'all,
I don't even say his first name right.
Let me ask y'all a question. When we think of MVP of the league, is the most valuable player to his team or the best player in the league?
Most valuable player to the team.
To the team. If you take him off that team, how good are they?
If you take, and it'd have to be Giannis, because if you take Giannis off the team,
or Embiid,
who are the Bucks?
I'll see Embiid. I'll see Embiid.
If you take Embiid off the 76ers, they're not. I mean, they're not.
Or don't be in the playoffs anyway.
The Bucks ain't shit. It is what it is, man. Call it how you want to, but you take Giannis away from them Bucks, and the Bucks don't no longer exist. They're the ABA team or some shit like that.
Thank you. Lisa agrees with me. Lisa agrees with me. Embiid number 1. That's right, player.
Embiid is number 1. I agree. Right now, here's the
stats.
I agree with the people. I don't agree with the order. You want to say the
stats on Embiid?
So Embiid is averaging 29.1 points per game, almost 11 rebounds, 10.8, almost 3 assists, and averaging 1.5 blocks.
Hey, didn't Harden win
if you
MVP
look at
1 year?
Giannis, where Giannis is actually somewhat of a better player than his assist. He's averaging almost 6 assists a game, 28.4 points, 11 boards is where he's at right now.
But he don't have no steals.
Regular season MVP means what?
You're the MVP of the regular season.
Well, I mean,
that's
like getting the damn honorable mention at the science fair.
No, it's like it's
I mean, I get it.
You just
I get it, Tony. I mean, I really do. But at the end of the day, man, if you win MVP of the regular season, but your black ass or whatever color your ass might be get put out the playoffs at some point, what did you do? You got a trophy for what?
Okay, let's look at the college level. Look at the Heisman, which is supposed to be the best player, but it's not. It's always the best quarterback.
It used to be the best player.
It used to be the best player.
And just quarterback.
That's a regular season award in itself, is it not?
True. Yeah, very true.
Does that count in the play? Does that count in a bowl game at all? Except it's an award that you got. Does the Buckets Award count in the bowl game at all? Does the Doak Walker Award count in the bowl game at all?
Does not.
Those are all individual accomplishments that went on through the regular season. That's all you can judge by.
That's my question.
And then when you get to the playoffs and you get to the finals, what do you have in the finals? You have the playoff MVP. You have those MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And when you get to the NBA finals, what do you have?
Finals MVP.
The finals MVP. Yeah. So each level is a different award.
And that's fine.
So just because your ass was the regular season MVP and you get bounced, you got bounced by a better team.
Mm-hmm.
That's just all it is.
I'm just, but that's what I'm saying. But
if he did what he did in the playoffs, if he did what he did in the regular season in the playoffs,
I don't really think when people get bounced out the playoffs though, like I don't necessarily always think that they lost to the better team. I feel at times like they lost to the team that wanted it more.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's different it's different in the playoffs. Like in the regular season, you may lose to the better team in regular season, but in the playoffs, I feel like in the playoffs, everything starts over in the playoffs. Yeah. So in the playoffs, you lose to the team that wanted it more.
Yeah. I think so. I agree to a degree because in the NFL, you got one game and you only have one game.
That's it.
In the NBA, you have 7 games. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, whoever wins that series is the better team. Injuries aside, injuries happen. That's the wild card there. This season, what I see, I watched I don't know if y'all saw the New Orleans Charlotte game the other night.
Yeah, I seen that.
Them guys were balling.
Yeah,
I mean that was the first time that I seen 2 teams that were hungry. Yeah. And New Orleans is still trying to play for something. Whether or not they get in remains to be seen. Yeah. But those guys were balling out there, and so I'm seeing that there is definitely, last year we already knew who was going to win. We already knew it was going to be the Lakers. This year,
because of the eyebrow.
Right, I can't call it. This is one season in a long time that I'm
gonna tell you, but that's good. I'm gonna tell you why that's good because. I am a basketball fan, and I get tired of watching one-sided basketball.
I'm with
you, of course.
I want to see.
That's why '90s basketball was so good.
Yeah, because it wasn't
nothing guaranteed.
I mean, other than the Bulls winning 60, other than the Bulls winning 60 games, wasn't nobody else winning 60 games in the '90s.
And even then, I
think maybe the Knicks were winning 60. You know what I'm saying? And I think maybe the Supersonics were winning 60
Hawks
games.
Won 60. Hawks won 60 one time.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than the obvious team who you just knew were going to win 60 games, wasn't nobody winning 60 games. To me personally, I think a good NBA season is when the best record in the league, the team that owns the best record in the league has only won 55 games.
Yeah, I mean, it was some hard fought stuff.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna touch on the playoffs really last year or last season rather. I mean, look, I'm on the record as a Laker fan. I've been rolling with the Lakers since Big Game James was there in the beginning, and and I'm gonna tell you something. Miami was the better team. They just had too many injuries, man. Miami was the better team to me. I mean, the Lakers. Fortune smiled on the Lakers in that championship because
the eyebrow hit that 3-pointer from the corner. Yeah. That's what helped.
Yeah, but that's the truth. Yeah. That's the truth. I mean, because Miami.
It seems like LeBron always getting helped out by 3-pointers from the corner.
I mean, it's video footage.
Video footage.
Hey, you know what?
Where am I wrong?
Y'all make a good point because when LeBron won at Cleveland, what happened at Golden State? They weren't at their full strength.
Yeah. When Toronto beat Golden State, what happened? KD and what's his name was hurt.
Yeah.
When 2 of your stars are out, 2 of your point scoring people are out. If you got a big 3 and 2 of the 3 out, what you got left? Miami ain't had nobody last year, man. When
that guy on that 12th man on the end of the bench that get like 2 minutes of playing time.
Yeah. Shit, him. Look, 2 minutes of playing time, and he hand out the water. He ain't gonna do nothing.
You know what though? And when I think about that series last year, when I think about that series last year, I don't hate LeBron. I'm just not no lover of LeBron. Yeah. But when I think about that series last year, I feel like there were a lot of calls that went towards the Lakers that shouldn't have been called.
That's because you got Big Baby on the court crying.
I don't think it impacted the series though.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Do I gotta take you back to? Do I gotta take you back to 06? Do I gotta take you back to 06 with the Mavericks?
No. I'm talking about last year versus Miami. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, because you gotta understand foul calls change
they
momentum.
Affect the game. They affect
foul
the game.
calls affect the game, change momentum. So if I'm guarding and every time I go to guard, you call the tackiest foul, but you don't call it when when the other squad is guarding me. That's a game changer. People say it's not a game changer. That's a game changer.
I agree, but I thought. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
Now we done all balled before. We done all been on the hard court. We balled. You going down the court, you get fouled. You don't say shit because old school, no blood, no foul.
Yeah,
right.
But then you start to guard somebody, and they call a foul every time. That's gonna frustrate you, and that's gonna change. That's gonna slow the game down. That's gonna make you upset. Now you got to change how you playing the game to make sure you ain't getting pissing off him.
Because you got to think about how Miami ran their offense last year. You got to think about how Miami ran their offense
Jared.
last year.
I agree. I just don't think that it was something that, in my mind, that made me think that, all right, well, Miami would have won the series if it wasn't for that.
It was a couple of questions calls in them games
and in a lot of those games.
Even I got to admit that. I can't lie. It was some of them.
Shit, like, Jared admitted it.
You think it would affect the series though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just think if I'm up by if I'm up by 10 points and we running and we gunning, we up by 10 points, and then you start calling fouls against me, slowly them 10 points that I was up by starts to go away. Now you at the free throw line. Now you at the free throw line. Yeah. Now you at the free throw line for a BS foul call on a 3-point shot.
And now you mad.
Yeah. Now you're frustrated, you start playing bad.
And now you gotta adjust the way you play.
And I've always back to the Super Bowl with 49ers and the Ravens. I'm going back full circle to Kaepernick.
Oh, yes.
When the lights went out in that stadium.
That shocked
and
everything.
The game got stopped.
But yeah. And
momentum is a big thing. People don't really look at it.
I agree with that.
Momentum is big. When you got momentum,
that's why if the Falcons would have stopped at halftime, we would have had a Super Bowl title.
If they would have ran the ball, if you would have ran,
they would have ran the ball.
They would have ran the ball 3 times. But they don't listen to me because I'm not a coach.
So, all right. So this for our last segment. So there was an article that came out that talked about Ohio State quarterbacks. So me and Tony have been talking smack all day about this. So
I heard you was in your feelings. I ain't seen the post, but I heard you.
How about this? Harold don't read statements and always want to assume. He just want to argue to argue. So that's what this is about. Nowhere. Go ahead.
My position is Ohio State produces trash quarterbacks, and they are number one. As far as major universities,
they're not number one.
They're not number one.
Trash quarterbacks.
They're not number one.
They're not number one.
Florida.
Now,
LSU is number one.
Stop it! You gonna take my thunder? I will mute yourself. Mute yourself. I'm taking my thunder.
I am going to
look. No.
Stop. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
Mute him. Shut up. AC, let me tell you what happened. You know how I'm a master of wordplay, right?
Indeed.
Nowhere in my statement in any of this conversation did I say that OSU does not produce bad quarterbacks. Nowhere in my statement did I say that. My statement to Harold was, tell me a college program that I can go get a guaranteed great quarterback. That was my statement. But you never answered. I never said that OSU. I never said that OSU had great quarterbacks. I never said they didn't produce bad ones. I asked, where can I go? And then you came up with USC. And remember, I shot that USC down because you had your boy Carson 20 years to produce one quarterback. And just so you know, if you want to talk stats, I'm gonna list them all for you, homeboy.
Okay. But here's the other thing that you left out. Well, also you said that that there are other schools that have bad quarterbacks, and you said you brought up specifically Florida and Florida State.
So Clemson had a couple bad ones too.
So now
Florida quarterbacks.
I started going through the Harold Smith network of research.
Okay, which has been proven to be shit. It has been proven to be shit.
Here's some stats.
It's like that Chinese drywall.
Since the draft.
Shout out to China.
Hey, mute him before I get a headache.
I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm trying to be serious, man. AC gonna say some shit.
Hey, Harold, this is what happens when you break momentum.
See that? See that?
See what happens? Just your whole thought process is gone.
So here's the thing. Since the draft has been alive, okay, since the draft has existed, 20 Ohio State quarterbacks have been drafted, okay? 20 of them. First of all, out of those 20, 6 of them got in the NFL and played another position, okay? Then,
so you can't count them as quarterbacks.
So what now?
So you can't count them as quarterbacks. If they didn't play quarterback in the NFL,
count them as quarterbacks. Okay, fine. I don't need that.
Because
I'm just making a
by
point.
This little thing, yes, I did print it out. By this list, what you said, I got their stats.
I'm not even going.
And they are shit. And they are shit.
So here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. All right. Okay. First of all, 3 selected in the first round. Okay. 8 have been drafted since 2002.
Shit, the last 2 in the first round was the last 3 years.
All right. Hold on. Still not done. Okay.
I got to go back to 1945.
Zero. And I'm not. And granted, I'm not talking about people that's sitting on the bench. I'm talking about quarterbacks that are starting and playing their position. No bench riders here. 0 Super Bowls. 0.
But you can't use Super Bowl as a measurement.
I'm not finished. Hold on.
You can't use Super Bowl as a measurement for anything.
Why not? Because when he brought up,
let me answer this.
Wait a minute. I gotta answer it. Because whenever he brought up Florida State has a quarterback that has won a Super Bowl, starting in the Super Bowl, and won it. Okay.
No. Okay, if we're talking about your boy down in Tampa, he didn't win that Super Bowl. Warren Sapp won that Super Bowl.
Oh, come on, man. Really?
That Tampa defense.
Did he not start quarterback?
I got a question. So we count Trent Dilfer. We count Trent Dilfer as a great quarterback too because he won a Super Bowl.
I never said that. You're deflecting.
He's not deflecting. That's what you're.
I'm not.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's exactly what you're saying, dude.
You can't use the Super Bowl. Think about how many NFL players, period, that have been to the Super Bowl.
So you're saying Brad Johnson is a Super Bowl winning caliber quarterback. That's what you're saying.
I'm simply saying
that's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying it. You can't tell me what I'm saying. What I am saying is that Ohio State, if you look at their quarterbacks and their accomplishments playing worse college to produce major college to produce quarterbacks in the NFL.
But your statement, your statement was Florida put a quarterback who won the Super Bowl. That was your statement.
Right, compared to Ohio State.
Brad Johnson did not win a Super Bowl.
Bottom line, what is your argument? What are you saying that I'm wrong about?
First, I didn't say OSU produced good quarterbacks. I never argued against you saying that they produced.
What is your bottom line argument against mine?
I asked you, while they do produce bad quarterbacks, there are programs that produce worse.
No, there's no quarterback that produced worse quarterbacks in Ohio State.
All right, shut up.
Hey, name one. Name a university.
LSU.
Ooh, Jamarcus Russell.
How many quarterbacks have been drafted from LSU?
Okay. 9.
How many?
9.
9 compared to 20 with Ohio State?
You can't say 20 if they didn't go to the NFL and play quarterback.
No. Okay, fine.
Listen to the names. Listen to the names.
12.
Listen to the names.
Okay.
Josh Booty, drafted in the 6th round. No stats in the NFL. He rode the bench his entire career.
I got Ohio State guy like that too.
Craig Nail, drafted in the 5th round, 402 yards passing.
Okay.
Rohan Davey, drafted in the 4th round, 88 yards passing. This was for his career.
Forgotten trash.
Matt Mock, 136 yards passing. Jamarcus Russell. Do we need to talk about Jamarcus Russell?
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Blank Tape.
Wait a minute. So, Matt, I'm not done. Shut up. Okay. Matt Flynn.
He got a check. He ain't do shit, but he got paid.
Zach Metlenberger. Wait, we not
Harold
done.
Don't even know who that is. You can look at it. He don't even know who that is.
I'm on my list. I'm
Danny
on my list.
Danny Etling, who's still in the league right now, has yet to complete an NFL pass.
Okay.
Ain't did a damn thing. And your boy Joe Burrow, who we don't know if he gonna come back from that leg injury. We don't know what he's gonna be like.
So all right,
Hold on. Jared made a good point though. Booty do have a World Series and a Super Bowl ring.
He do.
Now, when I was in high school,
hold on, Lisa asked, those are LSU quarterbacks who made it to the NFL. They all got drafted. They all got drafted and attempted to play quarterback.
Statistically, they are all worse than all of the whole Ohio State QBs.
Did you even research? How do you even know that? Because I even got the stats right there. How do you even know that?
We need the stats for that shit.
You don't need the stats. Listen to the goddamn names.
So let me go. Here we go.
Josh Booty is all you know.
Here we go.
The dude named Booty.
He was Booty. He knew what he was going to be.
Art Schlichter. First round draft pick.
In what year?
What did he play?
In what year?
In the NFL?
That was like
1990.
50s?
No, it wasn't the 50s. No, this is recent.
Art Schlichter.
Look at my Art Schlichter.
1982. 82.
How do you pronounce that shit?
It's
he made that up.
No, it's a real.
Ain't that a bill?
That's Schlitz liquor. That's not beer.
Yeah, they about which one worse? The guy or the
bill? Shut up and let Harold talk.
Bobby Hoyne, Craig Krenzel. I know y'all remember them.
I remember Craig.
Braxton Miller, Cardell
Braxton.
Cardell Jones was never a quarterback.
Did he play in Buffalo?
He was never a quarterback. He played 5 games. That was never a quarterback.
But he got signed as a quarterback. He was never a quarterback.
Shit, I got signed as a quarterback on it. Man, that don't make me a quarterback.
No. So again, my whole point, if you again, whenever you're playing quarterback, your point is to win games. And if you're going to win games, that means that you're trying to make to the playoffs and eventually get a ring. Now, earlier
Brad Johnson is a great quarterback.
Now, hold on. Now, this is in black and white. Earlier, he mentioned 2 schools.
Brian Hoyer.
Florida and Florida State. Did you not?
I did.
You not, Tony, mentioned Florida and Florida State, right?
I did. I got them right here.
That's fine. But you're talking about Florida and Florida State. So let's look at Florida. Okay.
So you thought I was just going to come with them, didn't you? Nah, bro. We coming with all of them.
Well, but fine. Again, if you look at how many quarterbacks have come out of Ohio State and how many have
played quarterback. They played quarterback in the NFL. That's 12. You go by 12.
12. Fine. The whole thing is this.
USC had 12 also. Only had one good one.
Not one. Playoff victory, a Super Bowl win. Florida.
LSU don't have no playoff wins. None of LSU's quarterbacks have wins.
Hold on.
None of them have Pro Bowl.
Florida State has playoff and Super Bowl appearances, period. And a Super Bowl win.
By what Super Bowl win?
Florida State has. We just talked about it.
Oh, you talking about Brad Johnson? That wasn't his win. That was the Tampa Bay defense's win.
Was he starting quarterback for the game? Yes or no?
That means what? That was Tony Dungy's squad, dude.
Okay. Was he starting quarterback? Yes or no?
Trent Dilfer was a start again. Trent Dilfer was a starting quarterback. Yes or no? So did he win that Super Bowl?
What the heck Trent Dilfer got to do with anything?
Because he's in the same mold as Brad Johnson. No, never an elite quarterback.
To Brad Johnson.
Never an elite quarterback.
Brad Johnson that came out of Florida State. Did he not start the game? Yes or no? Start the season?
Of course.
Yes or no? All right,
but he didn't win that Super Bowl.
I'm not saying, but he did not mess them up, so they did not lose a Super Bowl.
Okay,
right?
so you just said messing up. So let's talk about Florida, because I know what quarterback you're talking about going to the Super Bowl, which was Rex Grossman, because he was on the Chicago Bears. If the Chicago Bears had another quarterback besides Rex Grossman, they would have won that game. They'd have won that game.
That's not the argument, though. My argument is Ohio State does not have a starting.
You just said Brad Johnson gave him the Super Bowl win, so I'm gonna give Rex Grossman the Super Bowl loss.
So again, Ohio State does not have a starting quarterback that has won a Super Bowl or have a playoff win. Period.
Neither does LSU.
All the guys that they had
drafted. Neither does LSU. Neither does Oklahoma.
Ohio State. Ohio State has more quarterbacks drafted.
Georgia. I don't think Georgia.
You can only rate by opportunities given.
How many Super Bowls does USC quarterbacks have?
That's like if you look at South Carolina or Clemson, Clemson has only had 3 or 4 quarterbacks drafted.
Taj Boyd.
3 or 4?
You had 5.
They only had 3 or 4 quarterbacks.
You had 5. Taj Boyd, Charlie Whitehurst.
Don't ever forget about Charlie Whitehurst.
Don't ever forget about Taj Boyd either.
Charlie Whitehurst, Taj Boyd. Who was the other one? Steve Fuller. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about Fuller. You're right.
Wait a minute, I got a question. How am I telling you about your own team, homeboy?
All right. Anywho, my point is this: I stand by what I said.
You can stand by.
You can stand by whatever you want to stand.
I got a better question.
I got a statement. Hold on, Ace.
Clemson speaking for themselves. They have the most quarterbacks.
Mute him while I talk, because he ain't letting me talk. Get him out of here. He acting.
The stats are speaking for themselves. You can't deny. You can't argue with
got 5 quarterbacks. 3 of them was trash, and 1 of them about to be a felon.
The hair deflection. I smell deflection. We're not even talking about that.
You got 3 trash quarterbacks out of 5. 3 out of 5. That's a bad average.
We're not even talking about that.
Deshaun only got 15,000 yards passing.
Hold on, though. But you trying to. But my thing is this, Harold. My thing with your argument is this: you're trying to bring Super Bowl wins into college. Yes, you did, because you just said in the beginning. But that can't be part of your argument, because think about how many players have been in the NFL ever, and think about how many of those players have gone to a Super Bowl. It don't matter. It don't matter, because you got players just like how you gonna discount Trent Dilfer? Would you say Would you say Reggie White doesn't have any Super Bowl wins? Would you say he's not a great defensive end?
Say it again.
Reggie White doesn't have any Super Bowl wins. Would you say he's not a great defensive end?
That's not the argument I'm making.
Okay, Dan Marino don't have any Super Bowl wins.
You can't bring Super Bowl wins into any type of argument. You can't bring it don't work. It don't work, because you got great players who will never see the Super Bowl.
Great players. I mean, there are players that made it into the Hall of Fame that were borderline, but because they won the Super Bowl, they made it in.
No, they were on the Super Bowl team. There's a difference between winning the Super Bowl and being on a Super Bowl team. That's a difference.
Football is the greatest. Football is the greatest team sport.
In what decade?
The most important position in football is what?
In what decade?
In any decade. What's
running back? Running back.
What?
Running back and left tackle.
Running back and left tackle. Period.
Y'all are joking.
Did Reggie win the Super Bowl, Jared? Did he win
if Dan Marino?
Oh yeah, he did. He won one with Green Bay.
If Dan Marino had a running game, he would have multiple Super Bowls. Multiple. He didn't have a running game.
Running back and left tackle.
Who was the team when Barry Sanders was on their team? Name their quarterback.
If Barry Sanders didn't have that left tackle, we wouldn't be talking about it.
So y'all are saying that running back and left tackle are more important than quarterback. I just want to go on record and hear y'all.
Dilfer and Rex Grossman proved that you can get an average to subpar quarterback and have built a solid team around.
They didn't make
a team around.
They played non-mistake football.
What's it, Jim McMahon?
Jim McMahon was a subpar quarterback. Jimmy Manning was a subpar quarterback.
They play mistake-proof football. The reason why the quarterback position is not all about putting up a whole bunch of yards. If you don't make mistakes, you can win. You know what?
Hey, hold on. The Patriots went to the Super Bowl in '88. Who was their quarterback?
I forgot that dude's name.
The Patriots won in '88.
The Patriods went to the Super Bowl in '88.
They had Grogan. They had Grogan at Eason. That was the
Steve
quarterback.
Eason.
Right.
Okay.
It was either Grogan or Eason that went there.
Steve Grogan started that year.
Steve Grogan.
Hold on, though. Who?
Exactly.
You know why he went? Because he had a running game and
y'all are shifting the argument. The argument.
Okay, well, let me go back to the schools. Let me go back to the schools.
Boomer went too. Boomer
y'all are shifting the argument. The argument is about which school has produced the most garbage quarterbacks. And to me, Ohio State, if you think about it, they had the most quarterbacks, 12.
You can't count Justin Fields. He hasn't done anything. So
right,
you only at 11.
So fine, 11.
LSU was still at 9. LSU was right there with them.
85.
So I think Ohio State.
USC got 12 with 11 trash quarterbacks.
Shout out to Jared, the stat boy over there in the corner. Appreciate you, Jared. Stat boy.
Yeah.
Damn sure did. They got destroyed by Jim McMahon and them.
Let me ask y'all the question, man.
Taj Boyd. That's the answer.
But can we honestly be honest, man, and amongst ourselves that the college game is bullshit and really just a way to hype up some cats to get to the NFL? Because like Tony said earlier, when these boys get to the big league, you all of a sudden you ain't as fast and as strong as you thought you were because it's another
of course.
So I mean, I Harold, especially you, name a program who not a top 20 that actually produces good quarterbacks.
I've asked him that, and I said you can include all of them. He ain't did it yet. You can't. There's no such thing.
A non-top 25 program.
A non-top 25 program.
Other than BYU. Other than BYU.
You can include top 20. No, include all of them. There is no such thing as a quarterback school. There's no such thing. It's a crap.
Where did Aaron Rodgers play ball in?
When it Cal?
So
to me, if there was such a thing,
he played in California.
If there was such a thing, Purdue. If you look at, they had Greasy and Breeze,
Alabama.
Then to me, that is. They've had two.
Quarterbacks. Bob Greasy or Brian Greasy?
Bob. They had Bob. They had Bob.
I know you're not finna bring Brian Greasy. I know you're not finna bring Brian Greasy into anything.
No.
First of all, if we don't talk about quarterbacks that came in and did some shit, we're talking about Alabama with Ken Stabler, Bart Starr, and Joe Namath.
So out of those,
and CJ's favorite one, Mac Jones. I had to throw that in there.
So you got two Hall of Famers. You got two Hall of Famers out of Alabama. You got two Hall of Famers out of Purdue, which I mentioned Purdue earlier.
And then you had Jim Kelly and Bernie from Miami.
Well,
yeah, John Elway and Jim. Yeah, John Elway and Jim.
Not a Hall of Famer. Jim Kelly.
He's still better than fucking Rob Johnson.
Jim Kelly is a Hall of Famer.
Jim Kelly is a Hall of Famer
for one reason and one reason only.
4 straight Super Bowl losses.
4 straight Super Bowls.
That's it.
Look,
because again, Harold, if Jim Kelly didn't have his left tackle in Thurman Thomas, he was just an average QB.
But if Jim Kelly never went to those Super Bowls, he get in the Hall of Fame?
Thank you, Jared. Thank you for having my back. 3 out of Alabama.
If Jim Kelly never goes to those Super Bowls, does he get in the Hall of Fame? You just said it yourself. He wouldn't.
No.
So Super Bowls matter.
He was just a good quarterback.
He was a good quarterback. We said Aaron said he was a good quarterback, not great. We just said that.
My thing is,
if matter. That's my whole point.
Super Bowls don't really, in the grand scheme of things, Super Bowls don't really matter.
You just said it yourself. That Jim Kelly, the only reason why.
Because 4 straight losses, that whole team should be in the Hall of Fame for 4 straight Super Bowl losses.
Even though they weren't the best in the NFL, they were the best in the AFC for 4 years.
That whole team deserved to be.
If you think about it, on that
everybody
team,
who played for
3. No, they got 4 Hall of Famers on that team.
Yeah,
Andre Reed don't belong.
All right, well, that's a different discussion.
I said
it.
We had this conversation on people who don't belong.
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas belongs now.
Since he lost the Super Bowl, he ain't even no damn commercial.
Y'all seeing Thurman?
I'm saying that whole everybody who played from Buffalo from 90 to 94 or 89 to 93,
that whatever line, that defensive line, all of it.
If you were on those Buffalo teams for them 4 years, you need to be in the Hall of Fame.
Except for the field goal
losing
kicker.
4 straight Super Bowls.
He did get cut. He got cut though.
You would
when that Scott Norwood.
Right. Scott Norwood.
When that Scott Norwood.
Wide
right.
He
got cut in this.
I think he flew home
losing 4 straight Super Bowls is unprecedented.
Hey, you know what though?
Never happen again.
You know what we noticed though? Y'all know what we noticed? You know what I noticed? Harold mentioned, Brad Johnson, but he didn't mention the rest of them quarterbacks.
Oh, James Lofton. James Lofton probably
from Florida State.
From
Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameis Winston. I mean, who else? Chris Winkie.
Danny Cannell.
Danny Cannell.
Christian Ponder.
EJ Manuel.
Christian Ponder. Charlie Ward didn't even get drafted.
Ponder got a nice win.
Y'all forget about Charlie Ward. The Heisman Trophy winner, Charlie Ward.
Well, first of all, I thought Charlie Ward would have been a great NFL quarterback, but he said that he wanted to play basketball more so than football.
I don't know. I don't know if he'd have been that good. He didn't make smart decisions.
He could have did no worse by going to play football than his NBA career.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I don't know. That's the thing about Charlie. I don't know if his game would have transferred over. I just don't know.
At that time, probably not.
Yeah, because they played that whole everything was out of shotgun. Everything was out of shotgun.
And he wasn't a shotgun quarterback.
Charlie Ward could have made it. Rex Grossman made it. Why not Charlie Ward?
Well, speaking of Rex Grossman, let's talk about the Florida QBs.
It'll be a short conversation.
Jesse Palmer.
I know what. I know it's gonna piss off AC, but I'm gonna say it. Tim Tebow has a playoff win. He does. Tim Tebow has a playoff win. Grossman went to the Super Bowl. Ring, though.
Jesse Palmer is good for giving out roses to bachelorettes.
Yeah.
We forget Steve Spurrier was there. Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel.
Steve Spurrier was a playoff winning quarterback when he played at San Fran.
He had like 16 wins.
I mean, he won a playoff game.
He had like 16 wins though.
I mean, that was
a reason. There's a reason why Spurrier went into coaching. That's all I'm gonna say about it. There's a reason why. I mean, Tebow got to win. Tebow also had a damn jockey endorsement. Neither one matters to me.
He had a Haynes endorsement too, didn't he?
Y'all not gonna keep pissing off AC. I'm not gonna allow that.
Something's wrong when y'all remember a grown ass man having underwear commercial. This is me.
I didn't say that.
They had a billboard in Macy's. You seen that shit.
But I'm also not gonna let you just talk about AC like that because that's my homeboy with your lotion in the background.
Oh, the lotion had a refill?
Now we know what them sound effects was about.
Yeah. I told you. That wasn't mac and cheese. Nobody wasn't making mac and cheese.
I'm gonna be quiet.
We know her.
We don't have to get off this damn internet.
Anyway, y'all, it's about that time. Glad you could join us. Again, I'm going to
shout out to Vanessa. She couldn't be here today. She was having an ailment going on. Shout out to Chris for serving the country. He got to go to TDY, so he got a bunch going on this week.
First of all, it's still the Air Force. I don't care. I said it.
Hey man,
I agree, but
it's still Air Force. I can go to the Air Force. I go to the Air Force right now.
If attack us, who you think is going to bail y'all out? It's the Air Force.
The Marines.
The Army and the Marines.
The Marines and the Army.
Man,
I mean, if
these guys don't know how to work complex machinery.
Hey, Aaron.
I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't never seen no Air Force pilot fly A-10. So
they're wait a minute. They're Air Force aircraft. What are you talking about? A-10 is an Air Force aircraft.
Hey Aaron, watch this. I'm gonna make a point, and Harold probably gonna try to fight me. You know, out of all the services, you know, we're just gonna count the important ones: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, right? Mm-hmm. Those four. We're just gonna count those four.
Okay.
You know, all of them got boot camps, right?
Yeah.
Right. All of them go to boot camp.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know? You damn right it is. I gotta make a point. People don't know this. If you graduate from the Marine Corps boot camp and do your time in the Marines, and you want to go to another service,
yeah,
you go sign the paperwork and go into that service. If you come from the other three and want to go into the Marines, you have to go through Marine Corps boot camp. You can't just walk in.
Now that is true. Now for the Army, it used to be that for the Army, but now anyone can enter service transfer into the Army without going through that boot
Guess
camp.
what?
Nobody asked you, Jared.
Guess what?
Nobody asked you, Jared. I'm finna mute you.
You can't mute our guest.
Hey, guess what?
Everyone, you know, if you're listening,
guess what? Though,
about what he said about the E-tunes. We need to mute this dude for being wrong. Go ahead.
Apparently, in breaking news that don't matter, Russell Westbrook surpassed Oscar Robertson for whatever.
The triple doubles.
I mean, they don't get you no championship.
Hey,
that's breaking news though, huh?
Then Oscar got one. I think.
Yeah, well,
that was before my time.
Westbrook ain't finna get shit.
Hey, Harold.
Yes.
Back to your point about the Army boot camp. They get trained by Marines, homeboy.
All right. On that note, everyone, God bless America. God bless.
What the hell is going on with Aaron? Shit, like he over.
And no one else.
No. Somebody from the Air Force is hacking into my shit. I guess.
Hey, look, check on the feedback. Please go to our website.
If you hack into mine, you're gonna see something you don't want to see.
www.rusthvm.net. You need to email us. It's the podcast group LLC@outlook.com. See you guys next week.
Lollipop deal, homeboy. What? Debo these.